Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to the Hard Mode Challenge. In the last episode, it seemed as though our friendly Bearyena was ready to leave our little tribe behind in the dust. A brand new Killer Bearyena had actually just spawned off in the tall grass, so it's hard to tell what's going through the mind of our friend right now. Either he wants to learn more about his Bearyena ancestors, or maybe the Killer Bearyena is luring him into this uncharted territory by all of that delicious bunny meat. We do know that the mind of a Bearyena is often governed by their stomach, so that wouldn't surprise me in the least. But the other possibility is that maybe our friend is truly trying to protect us. Kiba stopped by to make sure that he hadn't taken any damage, because if you guys remember back when we had our original Bearyena friends, they actually helped protect our tribe by attacking our enemies over here. So there is a possibility that maybe he's not trying to leave us behind, but he's just trying to chase off these potential dangers. Then of course we have a brand new Bearyena mother out here too, with a little surprise in her shadow. So hopefully somebody can make friends with that Bearyena as well. Maybe it'll even be Harry. He only has a few more days before he passes away, and I think right now he's going to focus on the fish, since we do need to increase our food supplies. Oh my goodness! Why, yet again you are stealing the food of the Bearyenas, aren't you? Oh, those pesky bluebirds! They took his meal out from right under his nose. Oh my gosh, if he wasn't going to turn on us before, then I'm sure he is now. So maybe it's time to send our warriors out on the attack. This is exactly what Hero was hoping for. He wanted to be known for the same heroics as the great explorers of the North. And considering that he's practically sitting in their home right now, this is honestly a dream come true. So Orion could probably scoot off this way to hopefully light up the area for him. But maybe to grab the bunnies too? I'm not sure if we want to waste our turns on that, because we're going to need so many just to take down the Killer Bearyena. And you know, the bunnies might actually entice him away too. So I think we're going to leave you right there, little guy, and you can play bait for now, as we bring Hero to our friendly Bearyena's side to investigate the Killer Bearyena. Oh, they always look so imposing. Yeah, he hasn't taken any damage from our friendly Bearyena, but I suppose that doesn't mean that he won't. So Hero, would you mind maybe using your last turn of energy to swipe at this Killer Bearyena? We need to do some damage on it. Even if that's going to draw its attention in your direction, we have to start whittling away at its lifespan. So Orion, of course, he would not let his brother take this on alone, so we'll set him up for the next turn and we'll cross our fingers that the Killer Bearyena doesn't end up shattering them both. I mean, granted, they do both have the big bodies, so that does give them a little point in defense, so they should only take 2 points of damage per swipe. That's still going to be a rough battle for them both. But the good thing is, we have so many healing fruits in our territory that we should be able to save them if they don't fall in this battle. So maybe we want Rarely to continue making her path, because they will need to rush to Peppy's fruits, and Peppy is more than willing to offer these up to all of the strong warriors in the land, because that's exactly what she has been saving this for. She can become our first official healer of the island by nursing our warriors back to health. It seems as though a lot of our families are kind of meeting in the middle right now. We have Amelia, who was trying to sniff out some more roots to dig up for her family, so we'll bring her up here to do just that, as Bambi and his son Comet make their way through the grass too. This is actually going to be Bambi's final day, so I guess that means that he won't exactly be contributing to the cause. But if we scoot Bambi up here, we might be able to trick this pesky mole. There we go. Some extra food for you guys to pick up on the next turn. Let's sit Bambi on top of the stump too, It's always good to have a scout in the area, especially during such troubling times. And then Reese, just like before, you could actually come up this way to continue clearing out that escape route, just in case things go downhill really, really fast. Because we have so many babies over here, we really need to make sure that we're keeping everybody around this nest safe too. Tabby is actually kind of like the most important creature as far as the future of our tribe, because we want to breed her with the friendly Bearyena to try to pull that very special Bearyena snout out of her genetics. So that means Cupcake is going to be watching very closely after her little sister, though I do think she has found an eye for the mysterious Ducro. He showed up in this land the other day, and he has proven himself to be a bit of a friend of the bunnies. His nimble fingers and his digger paw means that he can't really attack them, and his bright white fur must actually put them at ease, because he does look like a little bunny himself. But I would like Cupcake to potentially start a family with him, because their immunity genes do line up very, very well, and she does actually have some of the best fertility in her family, which would do well to battle his lesser genes. The first thing we're going to want to do is place the normal eyes into his mutation menu though, because he has absolutely terrible eyesight, and we don't want to see the blindness passing onto too many of our babies. I know some of them have already seen that in their genetics, like Orion and Hero. So the more we have in our tribe, the harder it's going to be to find those perfect matches. Then I think we're going to want to try to place the normal fertility into a second slot, just so it's a little bit more likely that we won't see that infertility on their babies. We'll have him dig up one of these nice, delicious roots, then go ahead and breed with Cupcake, and she can set up her nest right over here, so their new baby can hopefully join him in collecting food before the bunnies steal all of their berries again. We'll bring Mother Glacier down to protect all of her babies. We don't want Lander getting too close to the danger. Let's actually bring him away from the pathway. As much as I know he would have loved to charge in and help all of his siblings, we don't need the Bearyenas trailing after him instead. Harry should be fine because the Bearyenas don't typically cross the streams, so I don't think he has too much to worry about. Whereas Tabby, in the meantime, is probably going to be a little bit more adventurous. She wants to know where that friendly Bearyena ran off to, so let's sit her down right in this tall grass, because thanks to her stripes, we shouldn't have to worry about anybody noticing her. She's going to blend in very, very well with her surroundings. Now, I don't think Glacier really has anything to do here aside from just protecting her babies. We'll see if maybe she can scoop up a bunny if it gets a little bit closer, but otherwise it's time to check up on the rest of the tribe. Oh, I have a feeling, Fable. Yep, every last one of those berries was stolen. We were far, far too involved with all of the trouble up in the north. So let's bring Hunter up here again, and Toomey as well, to see if maybe they can grab another one of those bunnies. Excellent. They're kind of like the dream team too. We have quite a few creatures working together to keep our tribe fed. And they're doing a great job scouting out these stumps. It really does seem like the bunnies are quite interested in using them to their advantage too. I think we'll want to bring Danger up to the explorers as well, because I feel like he would make a very, very good addition to their family, thanks to the claw that he's wearing. So we'll see if maybe he could help them by picking those poison berries to gain their trust, and eventually start a little toxic family of his own. Vulpix is having wonderful luck on the other side of the island, and so is Jip because he actually has a little shell to pick up too. So she needs to use the nest again. We'll have Sandwich scoot his way over here. He's going to have so many poison berries to pick. Thanks to his double nimble fingers, that means that he can scoop up basically anything on these bushes that he finds. We'll have Rihanna go ahead and get back to collecting these acorns as the bunnies continue to steal poor little Amelia's berries. And that should now be all of our turns. Oh boy, so let's see if this Killer Bearyena is going to really tear into Hero. I have a feeling he's probably locking eyes with our heroic member of the tribe. Wait a second, did he just run away? Oh my gosh, did our friendly Bearyena actually scare this guy off? It really seems like these guys are just one big happy family, doesn't it? We have the little brother down here, the father and the mother, and then our friendly Bearyena who is keeping us so very safe. So we actually didn't take any damage? That is crazy. Well, hero, I mean, you might as well jump back in there and land a couple more good hits, because it's obviously working out for you. How much longer does he have in his lifespan now? Oh my gosh, only 8 days? We might be able to take care of him if we can figure out a way to lead Orion around the other side of all of these berry bushes. So Kiba, I think you're going to have to light the way, and probably rarely too. Oh no, we have tons of poison berries out here. Yeah, unfortunately with all of these Bearyena genetics. Oh, another healing fruit? Oh my gosh, there are so many back here. There is so much going on this side of the island. It is absolutely chaotic, but I'm feeling quite confident that we can survive this now. So go ahead and bring Kiba over here to hopefully keep the healing fruit in our territory. I guess you might as well use your last turn to clear out that tall grass too, because that would be a little bit more beneficial right now. Though Reese, we don't want poor little hero getting completely trapped out here, so maybe you can hide away in the tall grass just to make sure that he can still escape. This guy is clearly our little escape artist. He is our getaway driver in our war with the Bearyenas. And this gives Tabby a chance to get a little bit closer too. So we'll make sure that she's still in this tall grass, so she can watch on as the heroes of the tribe slay our next beast. And after Harry scoops up a couple more of these fish in the stream, oh, he cleared out the entire swarm. Excellent, Harry. We'll go ahead and pick up some grass then, and then we'll go and take a look at the new babies in the nest. Oh my gosh, a perfect mixture of his parents. Oh, this guy is just the cutest. And he has those green eyes again too, which is very nice to see. It isn't very often that the green eyes pop up on our babies, and it looks like he is super healthy too. So the next name on my list is Pebbleheart. Welcome to the tribe, little one, and hopefully soon you will be able to charge off into that tall grass stew, where we have so many roots just waiting to be dug up by our creatures. You have quite a bit of work ahead of you. And likewise, let's make sure that Ducro actually collects his food too. And because Kate has already passed away, that leaves Rihanna all by herself to defend these food sources from the bunnies. Actually, it looks like they may have completely left this area, because there's not too much food left for them to collect, I guess. So Rihanna, we're going to have to make sure that we can find some little creatures to bring over there to keep you company. And maybe it'll be one of these. Oh, they gave him the name Takir. That is adorable. Takir the pattern painter. So maybe they're actually hoping for some special patterns on their babies too. Unfortunately, we haven't seen the mask just yet. And interestingly enough, Takir does not even have any patterns in his genetics. So maybe this is a sign that we need to work a little bit harder for it. The next name on my list is Baron. So welcome again to our tribe, and it's nice to see that you have that lovely claw and the big body too. A little bit different from the rest of your family, but that means that you should be able to protect them quite easily, as everybody else gathers up the food for you to eat. So we'll have Vulpix go ahead and breed with a Jip again, but then I'm wondering if maybe they should set up somewhere where there's more of these poison berries. We might actually leave this healing fruit under the guard of their sons, passing it down through all of the generations of brave explorers. So that way Vulpix will be able to make her way over to this nursery, and we know that their son Baron will be safe, because he is right next to his big brother Sandwich. I suppose for now, until he can truly take his first steps, we'll just have Jip stay in the area, And then on the next turn, Vulpix should be able to give birth in her homelands, actually. I think this was just about where she was born too, with all of these lovely little poison berries for her to pick. And I think, oh no, did I forget about you guys on the last turn? Oh, Rocket and Ember, you poor things. You must have been so bored over here. Rocket is actually taking Ember in as his little apprentice, which is perfect timing because his father just passed away, so he needed somebody to help guide him around since he is so hard at seeing. That way he won't get caught off guard if more Bearyenas begin to spawn. Now Danger has all of these delicious little poison berries to share with the babies, as we have Lucy maybe take her first steps out of the nest too. So Green Glacier can clean up that old nursery since she won't be needing it anymore, and she can turn this stump into the scouting tool that it was meant to be. And now Lander with a second gem. I guess technically he could toddle after his sister now. We will of course keep him in that tall grass too, just to make sure that he doesn't draw any unwanted attention. He's trying his best to be just like his big sister. I think he really admires her, especially for her bravery, so we'll have to see if that gets him into trouble in the future, like so many of our other tribe mates. We'll hold off on breeding Cupcake and Ducro again for now, just because we have so many babies to watch after at the moment. And Amelia, though you have unfortunately lost your mate, at least you still have Comet, who is very, very good at hunting. He learned everything he knew from Bambi. So let's try to connect these territories as well, just so we have more little pathways to take all around the grasslands, as Peppy clears out the area around her healing fruits again, in preparation of the warrior's return. I wonder if there's actually anybody in the area who could breed with Peppy. She has immunities E and B, and I know she shares one with Iroh, unfortunately. So though they know each other very well, we don't want to risk those sick babies. We could potentially breed her with Kiba. Okay, that's interesting. That way she can have one baby before she passes. And since he's so dedicated to clearing out these healing fruits too, I'm sure that would impress her very, very much. So on the next turn, we'll use one of our nests, one of the permanent nests by the healing fruits, to make sure that her genetics and her legacy can live strong. Now let's go ahead and return to our Killer Bearyena friend to see if hopefully the friendly Bearyena is going to scare him away from Hero again. Did it work? Oh my gosh, that is so strange. Are we actually intimidating this Bearyena? It really feels like it. I'm a bit worried that the other Bearyena is going to charge into our weaker tribe mates though, so we really have to stay right on top of these guys. Let's have Reese jump ahead so he can hopefully light up the way. Our little getaway driver helping us out yet again. This might actually be our last turn with the Killer Bearyena though. He only has 7 days left on his lifespan, so go ahead and attack. One more time. There we go. The Killer Bearyena is gone, and we have plenty of meat to show for it. So Hero, I guess you did truly live up to your name, because that is exactly what you set out to do. But while we have that second friendly Bearyena to invite, we still need to take care of his mother. So let's see who we can bring down toward the beaches to hopefully do that for us. I guess Orion would be a pretty good choice, if we can maneuver our way around all of these berries. Oh my goodness, another normal berry bush to collect from though. We'll have to keep that in mind. And then if we set him up right here, he'll still be in the tall grass. He will have found a healing fruit to use. So honestly, I don't think anything can really touch him, because even if he does get hurt, even if the mother Bearyena does happen to notice him in the area, he's going to be able to heal all of the damage that he takes with these lovely medicines. And now, Peppy, we can finally make sure that you have just one baby to carry on your stories. So I think we'll drop the runner's leg into her first slot to hopefully override, of course, that no paw that she's wearing. And then for the second one, I suppose we could yet again attempt to breed the normal blood clotting gene into our line. If you guys watch Adam's Quest, then you do know we're having a little bit of trouble with that in his family. So I'm not sure if it's going to work for puppies, but if there's any chance that we could keep that hemophilia away, it would probably be a good idea for us to do so. As far as Kiba goes, we'll probably just want to make sure that we keep the infertility off of his babies, and then we'll leave the second one open, because he has so much life left in him that I'm sure he's going to find another female to settle down with in the future. So if we need to adjust his mutation menu properly, we want to have the opportunity to do so. Let's bring little Peppy into this nest over here, right next to the healing fruit. And we'll make sure that Iroh stays really close, so he'll be able to protect her baby as soon as they are born. Oh, I think Toomey passed away yesterday too. So that leaves Hunter and Fable are somewhat twins. They're not technically twins, but they do look quite similar. They're going to have to take up the job of hunting down all of these pesky bunnies now, without the extra hand to help them. Unless maybe one of our warrior babies would like to give it a try. In fact, I think little Lucy would actually do a pretty good job hunting. She can move relatively quickly thanks to her normal-sized body, and she has plenty of strength in her too, with those claws, the ram horns. Yeah, I think she would probably be a very imposing figure at the very least, if a little bunny happened to hop in their direction. So we'll see if she can prove herself in their ranks. And is that bunny sitting on some meat? It is like the tiniest little bit of meat I have ever seen. I'm pretty sure that may actually be a Dodomingo. So let's see if Ducro can scoot his way down here to protect that for us. Aha, that makes sense. This is one of those permanent nests. So that's where the Dodomingo was roosting until the moment it passed away. Your bunny friends must really love you because they always seem to lead you in the right direction, toward tons of food for you to dig up, toward a little bits of a Dodomingo meat to bring back to your baby. I feel like something that small would probably only sustain a tiny baby anyway, so they must be happy to see the new family members hopping around the grasslands too. Oh my gosh, a leech! Right behind a crabbit? Oh, good thing we noticed this. I wonder if it's eyeing you up, Rocket? Let's have Ember knock down some more acorns. Yes, it was eyeing you up. Oh, good thing we came over here just in time. So I guess you guys could try to take care of this crabbit? Though, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's going to work too well, because Ember isn't exactly the strongest creature, so it is going to take quite a while unless this crabbit is particularly old. But it will give him the chance to try something new, and maybe we'll even discover a hidden talent of his. Now let's bring Vulpix back to the place where she was born, where the moles are still gazing out over the streams, watching as all of our creatures move away from the heartlands, giving them a little bit more breathing room in fact. But pretty soon we are going to return. We're going to spread ourselves all across these lands again to make sure that we can use all of these different healing fruits. And I have a feeling that Rihanna is going to get to know this family pretty well. I can see them like shouting across the stream at each other. Maybe she'd toss them some acorns when they need the extra food, and then Sandwich can toss over some of his poison berries after he makes sure that they're safe for her to eat, of course. Now I believe we just have you guys left, so we'll sniff out those lovely little roots for you to dig up, as Comet tries to figure out what all of the commotion in the north is about. Yeah, they're going to be quite shocked to see so many friendly Bearyenas too, especially because their family was known for making friends with the Bearyenas before. That's where most of our Bearyena genetics are in the tribe. So let's see if hopefully we can keep track of this mother Bearyena, and then hopefully invite her baby on this turn too. Did she go off into the water? Oh no, she's still over here with all of our other Bearyena friends. Okay, so she should be pretty easy for us to hunt down from here. Though because the rains have started, we might actually want to pick our berries first. We're not gonna let all of those pesky bunnies get to our berries this time. Let's bring Rihanna over here, scoop up your berries. I already hear them eating a couple of them. It must be the one over here. Ah, yes. That's where our bunnies always seem to be located. They stole quite a few of those, but you can get your revenge by swiping this one up and collecting the meat. Then do grow. Oh, look at all the berries you have to collect. At least your bunny friends are being nice to you. I bet that's because he shares his food quite often. And now we should be safe to go out on the attack. So, Orion, if you move your way into the grass to hopefully light up the way for other creatures. Unless you can just take care of this Bearyena entirely, and you certainly can. But now we have to figure out which of these Bearyenas is the one that we haven't invited yet. And thankfully that's going to be pretty easy, because he is still quite young. So hello, little guy, our second friendly Bearyena of the tribe. Now we have successfully tamed him, so we should want to stick around our tribe mates. And we'll have to see if Kiba or maybe Rarely can come down to pick up the meat before one of the Bearyenas gets to it instead. Oh my gosh. But first, look at this beautiful baby that Peppy has left us. Oh, that mask is absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I've seen that design before. And with his father's Bearyena claw, he's going to do a pretty good job of making sure that everybody by those healing fruits are kept safe. You know, it's kind of funny because we didn't even have to use it, even though Peppy guarded them so well. But the next name on my list is Sage. So welcome to the tribe, and hopefully you will be able to continue where your mother left off and provide all of our warriors with their medicines. Now let's see if Kiba can make his way over to this pile of meat to bring it back for his baby, as the leeches eye up our tribe again. Oh no, I hope that one's not going to make it all the way down to Reese. We're going to have to keep a really close eye on him. And likewise, we might actually want to go back to Ember and Rocket to make sure no more leeches are eyeing them up. It looks like they're probably okay. Yeah, we just have this Crabbit down here. Maybe the Crabbit is helping out by scaring away the leeches with those big pincers. But the Crabbit is clearly not too impressed by Ember. It didn't even budge when Ember swiped it from behind, and of course that's because his attack strength does not really pack a punch. So it is far more concerned with what Rocket is going to do, but he can't do too much with the Crabbit staring directly at him. So maybe they'll have to leave this guy behind and just focus on the food that they can actually collect, and keep the Crabbit around as a little extra company. Unfortunately, it looks like we still don't have another toxic-bodied baby to visit in this nest. But that being said, she does have her father's beautiful antlers. The next name on my list is Otter. So welcome to our tribe, and we'll see if maybe you can help us out by sitting by some of these berry bushes to pick up those berries from the pesky bunnies. Yeah, I forgot about this one, but the bunnies got to it instead, so we'll have to try to remember that for the next rainfall. That was actually one of our original berry bushes too. We haven't been here in quite a while, but I think it was Merrick who used to collect all of that delicious food. Now I wonder if you guys would have some better luck with the Crabbits. I know Baron would because he's quite strong, but he'll need somebody to help tag team his prey. So instead, let's have Tabby make her way into the tall grass again to go after our friendly Bearyena, because now that she has her third and final gem, she should be able to start her family. It'll be difficult to carve a pathway through all of this tall grass, of course, but we'll have her settle down right by his side, and as long as he doesn't stray too far, they can use this lovely permanent nest to hopefully start our hybrid line once and for all. You know, I just realized that Danger and Glacier actually have different immunity genes. So maybe we could consider breeding them in the future. Maybe she could have a few more babies yet before she ends up passing away. And since he's spent so much time here too, just feeding her those berries, that she's been so afraid to collect herself, I suppose that would make her appreciate his presence quite a bit more than she was expecting. And this should now be Harry's very final day, right? It certainly is, so, since he loved his fish so much, maybe we should let him pass it down in the stream, in his very favorite place so he can be with all of his fishy friends. Now, Lucy, could you possibly sniff out any more of those bunnies? Now, it looks like they may have left the area, so maybe we'll want to bring her down here to scout around for more, in case they've set up by some other berry bush that we have yet to discover. So with all of these new friendly Bearyenas on our side, now that we have successfully defended our land from the Killer Bearyenas, the Bearyena mothers, that means that in the next episode, Tabby can finally get started on her own little family. And fingers crossed, this is going to be the perfect way for us to pull that Bearyena snout out of her genetics. This has been a long time coming. So I am super excited how Tabby's little family is going to turn out. No, don't you dare steal our nest, Domingo. Oh my gosh, let's have Reese jump up here just for a moment to make sure that this Domingo is going to go away. All I wanted to do was settle down our new mother, our expectant mother, down on her nest before we ended out the episode, but this Domingo has other plans for us. It is like a battle every step of the way just to start a little hybrid line. And it seems as though she's going to need to actually create her own nest here. Yeah, clearing out all of this grass is definitely not helping in scaring this Domingo away. So it looks like our hybrids have a new pet. There is that, I guess. But we'll have Tabby scoot her way down to her mate's side and make a nest on the opposite end so she can actually give birth in the next episode. So cross your fingers that this family will be a little bit more lucky than our last, and the Bearyena snout will finally appear the next time we join our tribe. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!